What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of my new mini-series, Training the Youth or High School Athlete. I'm here today at Advantage Performance Training in Flemington, New Jersey, where I am the head strength and conditioning coach. And we train predominantly youth and high school athletes, as well as college and some professional level. What I want to talk today about is one of the important things when it comes to training high school athletes or youth athletes is that we have to start from the beginning. Okay, we have to focus on the fundamentals and not try and get caught up in all the gimmicky fad stuff that is out there. The reason being is nowadays kids are coming to me and they, anywhere you go that focuses on youth athletes, and they have trouble doing the simplest bodyweight movements. So we have to break it down from the start. You have to analyze their movement patterns and see where their weak areas are. A lot of times what you're going to see is kids struggle doing push-ups, pull-ups, dips. Even a sit-up is a struggle for a lot of kids nowadays because they don't have that same background of being outside and learning how to use their bodies that way. Plus, a lot of schools are doing away with recess and gym classes. So they're not learning those fundamentals early on that they need to progress in terms of their athletic ability. So they're coming into the gym 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, or even into the high school weight room, and aren't able to do those certain things. So we can't worry about putting a bar on a kid's back who doesn't have the foundational movement to do a barbell back squat. His body is not prepared to handle that type of load. So you need to build up the tendon strength, the musculature, and the overall physique of a youth athlete in order to prep them for those bigger lifts. Okay, that doesn't mean we're not going to shy away from the big lifts, the squat, the bench, the deadlift, and the military press, which a lot of people don't like to incorporate anymore, but I still think it's a very important movement. Okay, so what you have to do is understand that there are progressions and regressions for every exercise. Okay, so we're not going to start doing weighted squats until we can get a good body weight squat, a good body weight overhead squat with a PVC pipe. Okay, then from there you progress to things like kettlebell goblet squats, single arm kettlebell front squats, then the double arm, things like that nature. Okay, so there's a system in place that you build up with these athletes so that they can get themselves prepared and ready to go for the bigger lifts. Because when we focus on the fundamentals, that's where our bigger strength is. Okay, you have to focus on the compound movements. For me personally, I do a lot of pull-ups with my athletes and myself because when I was young, okay, when I was in middle school and high school, a lot of what I was coached to do was pull-ups and dips and push-ups because, like I said, that's where the foundation is. And obviously the squat. Everything starts with those movements. If you don't have those movements nailed down and perfected, then you can't have someone and you can't expect someone to start pushing weight with those movements when they don't have the neurotransmitters and the neuromuscular action fired up and built up in order to handle those heavy loads. There's kids that are nowadays doing, trying to rep out heavy bench press, but they can't do more than 25 bodyweight push-ups with perfect form. Okay, that's some of the stuff that shouldn't happen. That stuff should not happen. But unfortunately, it happens a lot. So people say, why are you hammering and doing the same things over and over and over again? Because those are the things that make people strong. Okay, we don't need to get and do crazy plyometric stuff, crazy heavy weighted, squats and deadlifts. And a lot of times that's what parents are coming into our facility here, and they think, my kid's only in 5th or 6th grade. Why should they be training? And the reason being is because we're not going to focus on heavy weightlifting that's going to impact them negatively. They're going to learn how to use their bodies. They're going to enjoy themselves, okay, and they're going to get stronger just by doing the things that they need to be doing as kids. Very simple. We're going to focus on carries. Carries are extremely underrated. Okay, the more you can carry, your body gets used to that load. That excess load that they're carrying is going to build up every single muscle in their body. And you learn how to teach them to control, to do a front plank with perfect stability, utilizing every single muscle and making themselves like a brick wall. If your body isn't built up enough and strong enough, tight enough to engage properly, then you're not going to be able to engage those same muscles when you're trying to bench or squat or deadlift. Okay, every motion is the same. Everything gets reinforced because the basics are where you have to start. You cannot throw a kid into a high school weight room and try and test his 1 rep max when he hasn't even tried to lift anything above his own body weight. Okay, it's not going to work. His body isn't programmed to handle those weights. So we need to take a step back as strength coaches or trainers and say, what is really going to be the most optimal way for me to get this athlete where he needs to be? We need to focus on his speed and agility first, and his quickness and everything like that. That's going to be the beginning. Okay, you work on that power development and that speed development, and then you work on the strength development. And you nitpick the little areas here and there that need to be tweaked. Okay, you find the weak areas, you build upon them, and you go from there. There are too many coaches and trainers nowadays that are trying to make the most effective, flashy workout when in reality, the most effective workouts are the simplest. And that's what's going to be the most bang for your buck. For your athletes, that's where you're going to see the most progress. Maybe even in yourself, if you need to dial back your own training and say, what am I doing that needs to change to get myself stronger? And then you can use what you learn to get your athletes stronger. Start from the basics, build your foundation, and you'll be good to go. Thanks, guys. I hope you like this video. Look out for the next video in the series. And as always, keep believing.